it's one of these experiences where usually when you're on location, you get to know people so much better because you're not going home to your everyday life, your dog, your house, your friends, your neighborhoods. So being out here in Normandy, especially first and foremost, I mean, it's countryside, it's beautiful. There's a restaurant where we go eat every night together and spend quite a bit of time conversing and changing stories and things like that. There's no paparazzi out here. It's just such a wonderful environment to be in. It's very organic, and it just feels like it's all about the movie and about really connecting with each other. So it's very idyllic, and it makes, I think, for a better product oftentimes. Belle is typical to the average American teenager in ways that, you want to fall in love, you want to be liked, you have aspirations of going off to faraway lands and discovering yourself and all of these things. But in other ways, she's very mature, she's very steadfast, she's very observant in some moments, and then she's the daydreamer. Luc was joking around. There was this one scene that we were doing around the dinner table, and in the movie, I've just like really consummated my first love and all of these feelings that go with it. And I was looking out the window, kind of thinking about that scene and filming that scene, completely spaced on my lines. And he was teasing me that I was really Bella in the moment. But yeah, I think that she's, for the most part, a very typical teenage girl. When she's not being the average teen, growing up in a family where violence is ever prevalent, it's natural that even though she's the least courageous, ferocious of the bunch, I think in some moments, then again, she's one of the worst. She's beating up this girl because she took her pencil case and things like that. And that's been so much fun to play because I myself have never done anything like that in real life. But yeah, and I don't even think she realizes that it's a behavior that's inherent, because for her it was all observational up until this point, from her family, from her parents, friends, and things like that. So I don't even think she realizes how aggressive and how violent she is in those moments. I think it's just sprinkled layers of what she used to know. I think she's very proud of her father. Her father, I think, is even more of a role model to her than her mother. She looks up to her mother and, loves both of her parents, but she's very much a daddy's girl. So, there's a moment where he, expresses that he's perhaps sorry for the way that things have turned out, and she adamantly refuses that because for her, he's everything. I don't think it's different at all working with Luc, him being French. I mean, especially he's very passionate about his work, which I love for somebody who's been doing this for so long, since he was a boy to now. Not that he's ancient, but some people lose their passion for things very quickly, and especially if they have success. It's that feeling of not being satisfied, or wanting to top yourself, or just all these other motives that get sprinkled in, and you lose the fun of working with people like that. And Luke's not like that. He's like a kid in the candy shop or the toy shop. And so with that, that's met with everybody on set wants to work hard and do well and make our days and have an outstanding finished product.